Imagine this. You're climbing a steep mountain, the wind is howling, fatigue is setting in. But what if I told you that the power to reach the summit lies within you? Intriguing, isn't it? It's true. And today, we're going to dive into a philosophy that has guided great minds through the ages. A philosophy that can guide you through the mountain that is life. Stoicism. This isn't just an ancient theory. It's a practical toolkit for a fulfilled life, designed to help you embrace challenges, control reactions, and live in the present. It's a transformative approach that can impact every facet of your life, from relationships to career to your inner peace. So, settle in, open your mind, and get ready for a journey that promises to change how you see the world and your place in it. Let's explore this together. Let's dive right into our first lesson, a concept at the very core of Stoicism: embracing adversity. We all face adversity. It's an inescapable part of life. It's like the tide. It comes and goes. But how we face it, how we handle it, that's what defines us. Consider the mighty oak tree. The more it is exposed to harsh winds and rains, the stronger it grows. Its roots delve deeper into the ground, its trunk grows more robust, and its branches reach out wider. It embraces the adversity, and it grows, it thrives. And that's precisely what this lesson is all about. Every challenge, every obstacle we encounter holds within it the seed of growth and transformation. From struggles comes strength, from trials come triumphs, and from adversity comes advancement. This is not just a philosophical concept, but a psychological fact. Studies have shown that facing difficulties can lead to post-traumatic growth, a psychological phenomenon where individuals come out stronger and more resilient after encountering hardships. But how does one embrace adversity? It's about perspective. When you're faced with a challenging situation, instead of viewing it as a roadblock, see it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to cultivate resilience. Each setback is a setup for a comeback. Think about the hardships that you've faced in your life. Maybe it was a job loss, a failed relationship, or health issues. It was tough at the moment, but didn't those experiences teach you valuable lessons? Didn't they shape you into the person you are today? That's the power of adversity. Remember, we can't control the waves, but we can learn to surf. The next time life throws a curveball at you, don't recoil. Embrace it, learn from it, grow with it. After all, life isn't about avoiding the storm, but learning how to dance in the rain. Embrace adversity, for it's not just an obstacle, but a stepping stone to growth, to transformation, to the best version of yourself. This is the first Stoic lesson, and it's a powerful one. Hold on to it, apply it, and watch your life change. As we transition from the importance of embracing adversity, let us now delve into the second lesson from Stoicism: controlling our reactions. This principle is as profound as it is transformative and is intricately linked to our previous point. When we encounter adversity, our instinctive reaction is often one of resistance and negativity. But remember, just as a sailor adjusts the sails to navigate the winds, we too can learn to adjust our perceptions and reactions to life's challenges. Consider a glass of water. If you hold it for a minute, it feels light. But what if you hold it for an hour, a day, or a week? The weight of the glass doesn't change, but the longer you hold on to it, the heavier it becomes for you. The same applies to stress or anger. The longer you hold on to it, the heavier it becomes, and the more it impacts your overall well-being. This lesson from Stoicism invites us to examine and control our reactions. Stoic philosophers believed that while we cannot control external events, we have complete control over our judgment and reaction to those events. They encouraged maintaining an objective, balanced perspective, free from extreme emotion and subjective bias. Just imagine the power of this approach. You're stuck in traffic, something totally out of your control. You can either let the frustration flare up, honking futilely and escalating your stress, or you could accept the situation, perhaps using the time to listen to an audiobook or simply enjoy the quiet. The traffic hasn't changed, but your reaction has transformed a stressful situation into an opportunity for relaxation or learning. Remember, life is full of uncertainties and external events that you cannot control. These events can be as minor as a traffic jam or as major as a pandemic. What you do have control over, however, are your thoughts, your reactions, and your emotions. This is the power you hold in your hands. This is the wisdom of Stoicism, to control your reactions, to maintain tranquility in the face of adversity, to be the calm within the storm. Harness it and experience the transformative effects it has on your life. As we navigate through the storm, steering our ship with controlled reactions, let us move on to the third Stoic lesson, valuing what we have. This principle is deeply rooted in gratitude and contentment, two qualities that greatly influence our overall happiness and satisfaction in life. Consider this scenario. You've been eyeing a sleek new car that your neighbor recently bought. Every time you see it, you wish to own one just like it. But have you ever taken a moment to appreciate the vehicle you already own? It may not be as fancy, but it takes you where you need to be, keeps you safe, and shelters you from the elements. Can you see the shift in perspective here? This is the essence of gratitude and the heart of this Stoic lesson. Stoicism prompts us to evaluate our desires and the constant pursuit of more. It encourages us to look around and appreciate what we already have. This isn't necessarily about material possessions, but can pertain to relationships, health, and personal achievements as well. It is a reminder to count our blessings and not take them for granted. Gratitude permeates every aspect of life. It's appreciating a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a conversation with a loved one, or the mere act of breathing. It's finding joy in the simple things, in the everyday occurrences that we often overlook. This principle of Stoicism challenges the common misconception that happiness is found in the next promotion, the next purchase, or the next milestone. Instead, it proposes that happiness is here, in the present, in what we have right now. It's a reminder that the grass isn't always greener on the other side, it's green where you water it. As we proceed along this journey, carrying with us the wisdom of controlling our reactions, let's also pack a generous dose of gratitude, a keen eye for the blessings we have, and a heart full of contentment. By valuing what we have, we cultivate a rich inner life where peace, joy, and satisfaction spring naturally. Having packed our bags with the precious lesson of gratitude, let's now step towards the fourth monumental teaching of Stoicism, living in the present moment. Have you ever found yourself lost in the past, reliving memories, or caught in the web of what-ifs, or perhaps wandering aimlessly into the future, anxious about what it holds? We all have, and that is perfectly normal. However, Stoicism encourages us to anchor ourselves in the now, the present moment, for that's where life truly unfolds. Consider this. You've planned an exciting trip to a place you always wanted to visit. You spend months planning, daydreaming about the fun you'll have. However, when you finally get there, instead of fully immersing yourself in the experience, you're lost in taking the perfect pictures, checking responses on social media, or worrying about the trip back home. Does that sound familiar? Stoicism teaches us to fully engage with the task at hand, to savor the present moment. It's about enjoying the melody of a song rather than waiting for it to end, about relishing every bite of your meal instead of rushing through it, about valuing the journey as much as the destination. Now, this doesn't mean that we should completely discard the past or future. Instead, it's about balanced mindfulness, where we learn from our past, prepare for the future, but live in the present. By doing so, we gift ourselves the joy of experience, the peace of mind, and the richness of life in its fullest essence. Just like you commit to living in the present, I'd ask you to take a moment now to hit the subscribe button. Let's continue this enriching journey together, delving deeper into life's invaluable lessons and transforming our lives one day at a time. Stay tuned for the next lesson and remember, keep living in the now. As we continue our journey, fresh from embracing the beauty of the present moment, we approach the fifth pillar of Stoicism, accepting the inevitable. Just as we naturally transition from one moment to the next, life too moves in cycles, and within this perpetual motion, there are elements that remain beyond our control. Consider the changing seasons. Winter's cold bite eventually gives way to spring's vibrant bloom, before succumbing again to the sweltering heat of summer. We cannot halt the changing seasons, nor should we wish to. In the same vein, there are aspects of life that we cannot control, such as aging, time, and ultimately death. These truths may seem stark, even uncomfortable. However, they're not to be feared, but to be accepted. By recognizing these inevitable aspects of life, we can better appreciate the moments we have, focus ourselves in the present, and flourish amidst the transient nature of existence. Embracing the inevitable also helps us to dissolve the illusion of control we often grasp at in life. Instead of spending our energy resisting life's natural flow or fearing what's to come, we can channel that energy into our own personal growth, into living each day with purpose and virtue. This acceptance isn't passive resignation, but a proactive understanding of life's intricate play. Just like a tree doesn't lament the falling of its leaves in autumn, recognizing it as a natural part of its journey, we too can learn to view life's inevitable realities not as obstacles, but as stepping stones towards wisdom, inner peace, and serenity. As we wrap up today's session, please consider hitting that subscribe button to stay updated on this enriching journey of Stoic teachings. Let's continue to learn, grow, and thrive together, embracing life in all its entirety.